Hello there! So, today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm actually recording this live, so I'm actually speaking as I'm moving my hand right now. And I wanted to do a bit of a sketchbook tour, but this isn't actually my current sketchbook. I don't know if you've been paying attention to my other traditional speed paints, but this is a different one. It's quite small, has about 220 pages I think, and it was a sketchbook that I had with me all the time between September of 2015 and June of 2016 when it was about done. So I just wanted to make this video of me going through it and showing you like what's in it, tell a few stories. This video might go a bit long, but it might go a bit short, I'm not sure. This was just some random doodling, still life of a classmate of mine, my character Aries, a bit of arm studies, some shoe drawings. A lot of this is going to be in pencil, and a lot of it is going to be kind of nonsensical, like here's a couple pose studies, an elephant study for the painting, still life of my friend, my character Rowan. I've actually redrawn this bunny sort of recently. These little things here, you'll find them all around the place. I call them little carbons, because I was in a biology class and we were talking about how a carbon and hydrogen bonds for organic molecules, they like get together, so I cartoonified them. This was the first ever drawing I did of my character Zeke, and then here I'm drawing him again, trying to develop him some more. And some feet. The foot is not a part of Zeke's design, and a sausage dog in a hot dog bun with a space helmet, trying to figure out Zeke's name. My very short-lived and failed attempt at Inktober 2015. More Zeke stuff. This was the first ever colour version I have of Zeke with watercolour. I'm not really that fond of it. I really like this. It was a glass of rum and coke with some vape going out of it. It looks pretty cool. I think I was trying to explain how to turn faces in this one. I think these are the last sort of Inktober things that I tried. A bit of a sketch page. I'm really happy with this page actually still, even though it's like 2 years ago. Zeke and Ida just doing romantic things. I'm really quite happy with it. Another thing of my friend, another thing of a friend, and a classmate of mine had a braid and I wanted to draw it. See these, if you look at the dates, essentially a page a day sort of, that this was my art teacher, that I just did a page a day really of whatever was going on. I tried to learn a bit of algebra and I was trying to design this cute little thing. I was trying to design a little pet for a character, but I'm not really good at animals. And here I was practicing some bird things, practicing some cougar faces, and this skirt does not connect to this bird. I was also trying to do ruffles, but I think those look a bit stiff, and I was also trying to figure out a sort of reliable mannequin that I could do to make poses out of, but yeah, I didn't end up sticking with that. A lot of nonsensical stuff where I really didn't know what I was thinking. This was my first attempt at drawing wings, I'm pretty sure, where I realised I really don't know how to do wings, so like later in the book you'll see me doing some wing studies, and here's a little sketch of my character Chrome. Some thorns that don't really have much like of an origin point, but it was still quite fun to draw, and then this is pretty broken. This is supposed to be someone gaming, but also quite broken, a zombie. Originally her foot was huge, but I think I erased it, and then some lip practice just because my friend was drawing lips. This is sort of a self-portrait, sort of just like an illustration of my character from Animal Crossing. I'm quite happy with this still. It's a mixture of my character from Animal Crossing and what I actually look like. My character Talia, which I drew quite recently here. My character Rowan. I tried to put the outfit of my character from Animal Crossing on a like more realistic figure. This is my character Aries. This is a classmate of mine's character. We were supposed to do an art trade, but I don't think she drew me something back. This guy here, he'll show up once or twice more. Since then I've called him Jeff. He's a bit of the personification of my own confusion. I think he's kind of quirky and cute. Here's Jeff again, and I was trying to do some sketching in ballpoint pen. Cheshire Cat, a friend of mine lent me her sketchbook and I sort of like copied my favourite poses from her sketchbook just for practice, and some gesture drawings, some random things. This is supposed to be like sort of Tim Burton style, but not really. It's just sort of something my brother really likes to draw, so this is supposed to be another art trade that I didn't get anything back for, and flower and a Pikachu. Practicing the pose and the eyes for this. It was my friend's birthday, so yeah, I drew that as a gift. Yeah, I quite find that face kind of cool, kind of funny. This was the first ever drawing of my character Therese. She's changed a lot since here. I actually did like a redrawing of this drawing in my new sketchbook. I think the anatomy is a lot better, and yeah, her design is sort of similar, but I changed out her shorts for some genie pants. This piece here, it was inspired by Ed Sheeran's song Bloodstream, and I actually turned it into an acrylic painting. It was the first acrylic painting I did since like I started. This is getting closer to Christmas time, so we had some like decorations up on the mantle, and this eye looks quite cool. This is the guy that does the Joker in Gotham. I haven't quite seen it, but my friend was pretty obsessed with it, so I just like drew him a couple times for her. A friend drew this. He's drawn by Sully, and then I drew him because it looks sort of, yeah, but it was funny. I had a good time. This is Rowan in like a weird school uniform, and the female weird school uniform, and this is Talia in that school uniform, and I think therefore I was in philosophy class. I'm actually quite fond of the composition of this page. It reads a bit like a non-partitioned comic page, and some weird Chinese, other languages. I didn't quite know what to draw on this day, so I just drew some guitars and my friend's watch, an hourglass, and Dalek from Doctor Who. There are a couple of pages that are just like highlighter with things, writing song lyrics, things like that. That's just really to get something down, and these are just a bunch of the lyrics that came out to me and interesting. More Zeke. This was my photography teacher, and I was trying to experiment with putting numbers inside the ear to see if they if I could like cartoonify an ear. I quite like the 6, the 5 is alright, the 3 is sort of weird. It's getting closer to Christmas time, so some mistletoes and things like that. The face is sort of weird, but I quite like the pose. This was a self-portrait type of thing. Yeah, I just did some like turning face. I quite like this one. The other ones aren't that good, I don't think. That's supposed to be Zayn Malik. Yeah, more lyric things. More lyric things. My character Aries. I think this might have been the only time I've drawn her in her actual clothes traditionally, because her clothes are quite complicated with like frills and laces and things like that. That's my friend's character Wahid. He's Aries' boyfriend. My friend drew this and I put the red on top of it because it looked really bad. This is me drawing that friend. This is my character Rocio from a story I was writing. She plays guitar. This was a pirate that came out of a buddy drawing like a dong here. So then I changed it into a pirate, and then he added another dong, so I changed that into like a larger pirate. It was quite funny. A little fairy coloured in with highlighters, the back of the head. More lyrics. I quite like this girl in an oversized coat. She's like trembling, and I'm quite happy with this page. Aang from The Last Airbender. This pose is pretty cool. I quite like the shoes and the expression, and some Naruto with some bichão in Portuguese. My character Rowan. This is like a refined version of Jeff the Confusion guy. A chalice, some chess pieces, more little carbons. My friend who owns Ida did like a better sort of reference sheet of her, so I did that in regards some like ram heads and a little Deadpool logo. This here was, I have a group chat with 2 of my friends, and so that's me, that's one friend, that's the other, and I was feeling a bit down, so I drew the 3 of us, and it cheered me up because like just the group chat saying things cheered me up. I was just watching some random YouTube videos and I ended up just sketching this while doing that. More sketching, just random things. My friend sent me this and I just copied it because she's like, oh, you should draw this, or you should draw the character wearing like a sort of onesie of this. So yeah, there's that. I was talking on Skype with my friend and she looked really pretty with her head tilted like that, so I drew her. Just a couple nautical things, a couple weapons. I'm trying to do a trench coat. And sketching in highlighters. Sketching with highlighters is not a good idea. Ed Sheeran! I really like Ed Sheeran. And then some teddy bears because he is an overgrown teddy bear. And some super bad dragons. I failed dragons I wrote there because in like a sketchbook that I had when I was like 11 or 10, I did this girl in rollerblades with like pigtails, and so I found that, and so like both this and this are like redraws of that particular like stuff I found in that sketchbook, which I'm quite happy with, especially if you compare it to the old one. I hadn't pulled out my ink pens in so long, so I decided to draw Rowan, and then this was just like some scribbly silhouette things I did. This was a sketch for a birthday drawing I did. I only did like a really basic sketch there because I needed to do the like actual thing on some actual paper. I got really obsessed with like the shape of the legs for a bit there, so I was practicing that. Again, my character Rocio, and my friend drew a lot of elf things, so I was inspired to do an elf. I had a pen and I was bored, so this happened. And then this is my friend Chris. It was at the lunch table. Some friends of mine said that they were going to have a drawing competition of who could draw him better, and none of them drew, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it too. And like, I didn't win because I wasn't in the competition, but I had fun. Then again I realised, hey, wait, I don't know how to do wings, but this is sort of the originating concept of my character Tiri's having wings. I realised I don't know how to draw wings, so here I was doing some wing things, more story outlines, more wing practice, some phone things. A classmate of mine had this really interesting sort of shape to his nose, so I wanted to try drawing that. I don't know what sort of insect thing that is, but it looks kind of cool. I was trying to test these really old markers I had to draw Aries, but this looks kind of weird. And then this I did with a dip pen that I hadn't really tried in ages, but it's my character crying. I had this little flower thing I just wanted to try, and I was trying to experiment with this weird chibi style that's a bit different from what I usually do, but these look quite cool. And then just a little butt, because yes, butts. I had some crayons at my disposal, so why not? More wing things, trying to figure out a pose for wing things. That was just a really rough sketch of Rowan. And it was May the 4th, so BB-8 and some weird Vader thing. The song Toothbrush by DNC came out, so it just reminded me so much of Aries. This was supposed to be Zeke in some alternate clothes, but I don't think it worked. This was because my flatmate, my roommate, she needed to do this like drawing for her own art class, and so she had this idea, but she didn't really have the technical skill to execute it, so I like sketched it out real quick for her like this. It was supposed to be like this woman bathing in a bath of like sakura petals or magnolia petals, so yeah, I sketched that real quick for her. Some like still lives of my friends just sitting around. Just some colour things. I wanted to see how my markers worked with this paper, and like clearly they bleed through a lot. And then some more watercolour things with Talia. I'm trying to explain a couple drama things that happened between my friends with some visuals and random sketch pages. This was a life drawing. And this is about everything in this book. I like to leave still drawing, just my hand. some more lines, a still drawing of my friend, just this really weird robot, highlighter drawing, and yeah, this is it. I still have like a couple pages here, but I like leaving the last few pages of my sketchbook empty, just so that later on, like a couple years down the line, I can put something here just to show from this on this date I've gone to this at whatever date, just to like show myself like that I've improved. I feel it's something like very energizing. So yeah, this is from September 2015 to June 2016, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like, this sketchbook is very dear to me because I just carried it around for 9 months non-stop. So if you like this, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.